Steve, and I'm back with another video. I wanted to take a minute and show my existing HO scale layout that I've had now for about 8 to 10 years in our upstairs game room. And I built this layout between 2006 and 2008, I believe. So it's several years old. I haven't done a whole lot with it in the last several years. This one pretty much just sitting up here and occasionally gets operated, but for the most part, it's been pretty much as it is, or as you see it now, for quite a while. I haven't really done a video on this layout per se before. I've done some videos that have shown portions of this layout before, but not an overall view of the layout as a whole before, I don't believe. So anyway, this is a 5 by 10 foot layout. It's actually built in 4 sections that can theoretically be taken apart and put back together without too much difficulty. I don't actually have a track cut where the modules join together, but just by simply cutting the track at those locations, you can unbolt the 4 sections, and the scenery is separated at those locations, so the whole thing will come apart for moving if needed. For the most part, it's just a single loop of track. There's a staging yard on the backhand side here, with the turnouts controlled remotely. All the other turnouts in the layout are controlled manually, since they're all within a foot or so of the front of the layout. And you can see for the most part that the layout as a whole consists of a industrial switching area here on the front hand side, whereas again you have the back side as a staging area. So everything is DCC, although I can flip a switch and make it all DC controlled if I want to. But for the most part, it is just run on DCC. I do have a jack on the front where I can attach some throttles when I need to. This isn't really based on any particular area directly. It was loosely influenced on some areas up in northwestern Arkansas in the Rogers area. But there's no specific models here. Everything is more or less freelance. And as far as some other aspects of the layout, all the trees are, for the most part, super trees. I went for a fall look for the layout. The whole idea here is to was to create something that certainly conveyed the feeling of fall without being overly dramatic in terms of the colors. Now on the hillside here, I to avoid doing all super trees and to save the time and effort of doing all that, I have a lot of the just the puffball type trees that are just dusted in various colors of ground foam, and that was applied first, and then I went ahead and stuck super trees in there to kind of add the texture that you sort of need to convey the idea of actual real trees in there. While the reality is the majority of what you see there is actually puffballs that are kind of mixed in there. And so if you look kind of at some of these little sections in here, there's a lot of just small little pieces that are sort of added in here that help to add texture and and kind of help to give the illusion when you're standing farther back that there's a lot of individual trees, when in reality there really aren't that many. Now in terms of the ground cover is a mix of various natural stone materials for the ballast and for the earth and such. And then I do have quite a bit of static grass that I used for all the for all the grass areas that you see here. And I did actually have more trees in different areas that eventually got broken off over the years, and I never really bothered to replace. But for the most part, that's how everything was done. All the roads are painted styrene. Probably not, these weren't my best efforts in terms of roads, but at the time, again, this was about 10 years ago, that came out, pretty decent. And here, actually, these were various water stains from doing other scenery in the surrounding area, but they look kind of like oil stains from trucks, so I left them there and didn't bother to fix those stains that were caused by water and alcohol dripping on there from other scenery work. And then again, as you saw from some of the photos, I do have most of the building interiors detailed to at least a small degree. This little scratch-built strip mall here just uses some photo interiors that I printed out from online, and kind of composited together and then printed out, and I just produced a black floor, and then I just curved the photos in there to kind of give the idea that there is an interior when you're casually looking at it from a distance. And most of the buildings are all lighted, and there are quite a few street lights. All those, are of course lighted as well. Now looking at the bottom side here, the layout, I do have, again, 3 sets of legs which are bolted in, can be removed easily. So I can take this whole layout, throw it on its side, and slide it down the hall and put it in the attic space if I need to, again, open up the room for other uses, if you have a bunch of guests over or something like that. I also have some shelving in there which is bolted in, and that can be unbolted and taken out pretty easily as well. And so anyway, that's a quick look here at my 5 by 10 foot HO scale layout that I have had for about 8 to 10 years, and may eventually find its way to disassembly here as I kind of repurpose parts for other projects and that kind of thing going forward. And the longer term idea is that I do sort of need to open up this room more than what it is now, just for my kids' use and that kind of thing. And so I'm probably going to be taking this apart eventually and again, disassembling it and reusing it for some smaller, more portable projects that can be, set up and taken down and put in storage, more easily and that kind of thing. And so I did want to go ahead and get some videos done of this layout before, I sort of undertook that process of taking things apart or whatever, and give everybody here a quick overview of this layout. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Bye.